Intermission. Jesus gave us that job description, man. So get busy. Yeah.
We on the grind and we ain't gon' stop. Crew said we on duty like them plain clothes. We ignited in us fire, much flame so hot. We was lame, dumb slaves, we was plain robots. Ever since we been clean out of
How to properly negotiate the purchase of a real estate transaction in this economy. Whoo, y'all. Let's get up in this thing. Let's go.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. 40 days, God, I've been Swayze. Grew the beard out, that ain't shady. That's a bird, man, I ain't baby. Talking hope out, that's so crazy. How I got a shot, raise the bean sprout up, put a crown up on her head so the boys seeing, no, that's a lady. If you ain't catch a double that time on the last rhyme, dog, I could help you. I got plenty more where that came from. When I brainstorm, I need shelter. It's enough water from the moat.
What's good, baby? It's your boy Dale. I'm back in the saddle again. Our motto is to buy, build. We already bought it already, so we already own it, free and clear. Refinance to long-term debt, cash flow. That is the motto. Cliff, man, is that a pretty strong motto, man? What do you think?
Man, the model is strong. Like, you're getting each piece of the invest, right?
What it do, y'all? It's your partners. We back in the saddle. What it do, Cliff? Going down with you, baby. How was the week? How at your partner?
Doing good, man. Had a good week, a little bit of an uptick, so staying busy.
Yeah, it's been real busy around this thing, guys. We've been negotiating apartment complex transactions, new construction transactions, portfolio transactions, guys. When we say that it is really upticking for us, it really is, guys. There's so many deals out there. You agree, Cliff? What you think, brother?
Oh yeah, there's a ton of deals, especially right now because the market is, man. Y'all should already know. The market's kind of crazy right now, so we throwing out offers, seeing what happens.
Yes, sir, guys. Yes, sir, guys. But you know how we do it every single day, guys. You know, we always start off with our favorite subject, man, the current market analysis. So we're gonna twist it a little bit here, guys. We're gonna talk about the jobless market, guys. That's what we're gonna talk about today, guys. It ties in to how negotiating is going to be pretty pivotal. So we're gonna turn to our guys from Valuetainment real quickly, guys. Patrick McDavid and their team. If you haven't subscribed to them, guys, shame on you. Go and subscribe to them, guys. And we're going to talk about this, guys. They're going to talk about how this banking situation is going to lead to what's going on now when it comes to jobless people losing their jobs, guys. Because, Cliff, is there a lot of Fortune 500, 1,000 companies letting people go?
Oh yeah, right now, man, they let them go by tens of thousands. You see Amazon, you see Google. I mean, it's probably gonna start filtering down to stuff like Walmart. I know Target is. They're down huge. So you're gonna see lots of layoffs. This is just the beginning.
That's the beginning. Let's dive into this, guys, and then me and Cliff, what we'll do is respond. Here we go. Let's get it.
Work from home era ends for millions of Americans. Department Road released this week shows 72.5% of business establishments said their employees telework early or not at all last year, compared to 60.1% in 2021. The survey showed about 21 million more inside 2022 to come the prior year. Several large companies have said employees in person more often, again pushing harder to get staff to work on site more often as recession fears prompts an increased emphasis on work activity. Walt Disney now pushes for 4 on site, and Meta thinks same per time helps build a relationship and get more done. The share of businesses that hybrid arrangement where employees split work site decreased in all major industries in 2021, declining 10.4% across the PITS according to the Labor Department.
There is a lot going on here, and I'm going to go like to 1.5 mode if that's okay. So I have all these people that are upset about work from home. Well, guess what? With the recession coming, it's about to be back home. You get laid off and lose your.
Wow.
Here is tech. Remember, tech, liberal side, they take care of other people and make them special organic pizza in the Google cafeteria. Here we go. Apple is threatening to take action against staff who aren't coming in the office 3 days a week, and they're going to monitor your badge to make sure that you do. Because they, with the recession coming, we need collaboration. Oracle is for employees back to the office. Excuse me. Larry Ellison comes out and says, we've missed the benefit of in-person collaboration and mentoring that drives our creativity, improves our decision-making. It helps us learn from one another, especially as we come into a competitive era.
Wow.
Translation, recession coming. Let's get in the huddle and get shit.
Tree number 2 gone.
It says, Mark Benioff has revised the plan to stack rank the bottom 5% the way GE used to in the 80s, 90s until Jack Welch retired. And he said the annual strategic plan will include return to office mandates because we have a vision, V2MOM. So V2 MOM, which stands for vision, values, methods, obstacles, and measurements for the new year. And measurements are hard to take place unless people are here working together on teams.
Tree number 3.
Then
So basically, guys, what's going on, guys, is come back to me and Cliff. Going on because saying it is glitching a little bit on my side. I don't know what's going on, guys. You can't internet, so doing the repairs on it, but you can see better now. So, Cliff, there's a lot of, he talked about a lot of companies that are laying off. Now, why would they be laying off for?
So the market has less cash than it did last couple months. The Federal Reserve right now is they pulling money out the system. I think that the estimate is about 90 billion a month.
Wow.
It's being pulled out the system to the Fed because the Fed's doing two things right now. First, the Fed is raising rates. Everybody's feeling that. The second thing they're doing is they're selling their assets to the market.
Yeah.
So people are spending their money on those assets, and that's pulling money out the system because the Fed's not spending that money.
Yeah.
When they get that money in, they're just holding on to it. And so those two things are causing the market we in.
Gotcha. Now, and also, guys, Congress and the legislative branch and the executive branch, which is the president, Senate, and House, they are not stopping printing money. I think Biden's new budget is about $7 trillion. And so, guys, this is not going to stop. Inflation is here to stay. And you're seeing Fortune 500 and Fortune 1000 companies making the pivot and having to let go of a lot of labor because the cost of goods for them to run the business is going up. And this is beginning to threaten the bottom line. So inflation is here. Cliff, would you agree, Doc, or disagree?
Yeah, inflation. So I predicted that inflation would come down and if the Fed would eventually pause. And I think I thought they would pause this last one. They went, 0.25, but I think they're done at this point. The problem is there's a hard stop right now. The inflation is not falling as fast or as hard as we thought.
Right.
So it's a little bit softer. So we may hold at these levels for a while. And so that means you're going to see real estate prices start coming down harder and harder. I'm seeing that in the market that we're in. I almost see every time I do a market conditions report, it's negative almost every time.
And you're in Dallas, right, Cliff?
We in a hot market and we see a decline.
Yes, sir, guys. So again, guys, I think, Cliff, in 2021, you and I were talking about this, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. We
Mongerers, we were called. We don't know what we were talking about. We were called a lot of names with them.
Oh yeah. I'm thinking we don't understand what's going on.
And it just so happens that we understand fiscal policy, money, finance. That's what we do all day long. And guys, what actually happened because of these actions, there's always a cause and then the effect to a cause. Okay? You're going to have to stop and begin into just investing and hoping. That's not a strategy at all. That strategy is going to wind up me and Cliff coming to buy your house. We're going to buy it for a significant discount. I can promise you that. We are. But guys, inflation's here to stay. It ain't going nowhere, guys. So let's dive into this, Cliff, real fast, man. Guys, we're going to go into a subject, guys, which is pivotal. How to shape deals in today's economy. again, how to properly negotiate deals in today's economy. With the economy changing, Cliff just said that he's seeing negative market, even in hot market like the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So, Cliff, we have three things that we kind of go over with, guys. Our three pronged thing. It's the same thing: insure, leverage, and protect. It ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay. So the first thing about it, we're gonna talk about negotiating. Cliff, what are some of the principles that you do when you're going into negotiate a property to acquire a apartment complex, a single-family residence, a commercial building, and new construction? I know it may be different strategies for each segment of those. What do you normally look at to begin to properly negotiate with said seller?
I mean, the first thing is that we're gonna, just at a high level, what's it worth? What's
Mm-hmm.
it worth? What's this
Okay.
deal worth? What's it worth? And and I don't mean monetary. I mean, I do mean monetary, but also to me, right? Is this in a good location? Does this have a good upside? Is
Mhm.
this going somewhere, or is this a bad location? I'm taking into all those different features whenever I'm looking at the first step. What am I trying to negotiate? What is this deal? What is it to me? What's it worth?
Yep. For me, I kind of do the same thing. It's what is it worth, and is it worth my time?
Yeah.
I turn away a lot of transactions because it's not worth my time. The same amount of time that I spend on a small SFR is the same amount of time that I'm gonna spend on a apartment complex with 300 plus units. Same time frame. It's the exact same time frame, guys. So is it worth my time? You gotta ask that question. Is it worth my time from a value standpoint and a time investment standpoint to vet this transaction? Cliff, is there anything else that you look at while you negotiate?
What's the position of the seller? Why are they selling? So I want to understand that, and I want to understand that.
So basically, if a seller is desperate, you can probably get a better deal, correct?
Right. Or we can negotiate. We can start doing in some creative financing. We can start trying to slice and dice the deal up a little bit. So I want to understand where they're coming from.
Gotcha. Me as well, because there's a reason that the seller's looking to sell. I want to know what that reasoning is so I can properly prescribe the right solution that makes it a win-win for myself and the seller at the exact same time. So I agree with that. Anything else that you look at from negotiating wise?
I mean, I'll probably have to go a little bit deeper, but outside those two, those are the main core concept. The only other thing I would think of, you kind of already mentioned it, but I would just put it into the construction piece in terms of time.
Yeah.
How much construction do I have
Mm.
to manage? But that's still kind of a time thing, because if it's a large
Sure.
construction piece, then I need more. The juice gotta be really good for the squeeze. You know what I mean? So
Agree.
if the construction's heavy, that's gonna play a large role in what I'm thinking.
Makes sense. Now, once you kind of ironed that out as far as negotiating it, and you now have a situation where you can invest the time, all right, as well as look at the condition of the property and the seller itself. Now, guys, I'm consistently patient. I'm not anxious to get the deal done. Now, don't get it twisted. There's some urgency for me because I want to negotiate as fast as possible, and I negotiate, but I'm very patient. I will say no in a second. You agree, Cliff?
Hey, Dip, I don't know if you got a
What's up?
buzzer or something. Y'all need to put a little light bulb, like ding. That's big. You know what I'm saying? That's big. Whenever patience, that takes a long time to learn.
Guys, the property that masterfully GC'd remotely and we acquired together in Florida that we currently have right now, right? The 3-story, 7,000 square foot home we have with an elevator in it. That took us 6 months to get that deal done. 6 months. We got to a price point, a hurricane was showing up. So we said, hold on, wait a minute, hold on. We got to wait a little bit, because when the hurricane shows up, we began getting extremely high insurance premiums through State Farm, Farmers, Secondary, and we also needed flood insurance as well. So those premiums went up significantly. We said, oh, hold on, wait a minute. And also the hurricane was coming directly into the town. So we said, wait a minute, nah, we got to hold off for a second. We held off, and then we came back 30 days after everything kind of so, and 20 days until we signed the contract. Then we signed the contract, guys. It was another 60 days to close. So we were consistently patient while we were negotiating, because and the lady that bought it from, she was going through a very bad divorce. So her emotions were raw. She wasn't that pleasant to deal with. So we had to really be kind of iffy on that thing. Cliff, and then Cliff did a masterful job at negotiating the construction portion as well. Man, tell them about that, Cliff.
Oh yeah, that's when we go into this a lot into the training, when we give you all some of this information, we go deeper into it. But basically, it's just understanding the construction side. It's going to take time, but really, it's knowing the contractor, understanding the steps involved, and then knowing how to take them one at a time.
Yeah,
right.
That's it, man. That's it.
Too many people get ahead of it. They start thinking 3 and 4, do 1, then 2. And we kind of go into this. I give you a lot more information. But it's just going slow and understanding the project that you're in.
Yes, that's it. That's it, guys. Now, the good fruit of being consistently patient is you begin to protect yourself. In other words, you get the right lending partner in place. Right now, guys, with the rising interest rates, this is even in the investing world, guys. You better understand how to negotiate, be consistently patient so that you get the right deal at the right number so that you get the best lending out there. Because if not, guys, what will happen is you get the wrong lending and then you kind of SOL. Would you agree, Cliff?
Yeah. Especially right now. I mean, I had a lender I was looking at for a deal, and they literally just got rid of the program. They don't have it no more. They said the market is not what it is. The end buyers, basically the second market, it's just not buying the notes that they were before. Why would they buy in a falling market?
Yes, that is correct, guys. I've had a lot of bankers call me and say, Liddell, we're pausing our fix and flip financing because the secondary market is not buying them. They're not buying them at all. And guys, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I think for the next 18 months, guys, it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah.
It's going to get bad. It's going to get bad. And with the Fed pausing the interest rates that Cliff was talking about, it's really going to get bad, guys. It really is. I don't know if you saw the report, Cliff. Most homeowners are now becoming landlords. They are taking their current homestead property, leasing it out because they can get, because they have a 2 or 3% interest rate, leasing it out and then making 1.5-2% on the rents, killing the game. And then they're going to lease out another property. I don't know if you saw that report. Did you see the report?
No, I didn't see that. I know that's going on. I actually had to do when you do appraising, it's called a 216. It's for rental appraisals. But what I'm starting to see is, I mean, I went to a bad neighborhood to do this rental, and then the rent was $2,000 a month in a bad neighborhood.
Wow.
And here in Dallas.
What were the values in those areas?
That one, I think it appraised for like 210.
So about a little bit under 1%.
Yeah. But getting 1% at those price points Dallas is. It's a different type of market that we have out here. But the rent, my rental property probably could get around 2. Yeah.
Guys, shout out to my man Harvey. He's in the chat on Instagram, guys. Harvey is one of our partners up there in Michigan. Right now, we're negotiating a lot of apartment complexes. He's spearheading all that, man. And Harvey's doing a great job up there, man. Keep it going, Harvey, man. We're right here, brother. Thanks for all that you do. But man, it is something that we are looking at doing, guys. It's just, I know we went live a little earlier. So normally our audience is at 5:00, but I got daddy dogs. I got daddy stuff I got to do today. It's just guys understanding how to negotiate, be consistently patient, and then you get the lending that you want. Then you can begin to execute. It's real simple, guys. It's not hard at all, man. That's all I have for today, Cliff. Do you have anything you want to add, brother?
Now, just the market's gonna get worse. But there's gonna be some deals that are gonna pop up because people gotta sell. They gotta sell. And ain't no choice. Now I do see interest rates, they're creeping down a little bit, but I think that's just, I think that the banks are just trying to fight as much as they can to try to get some revenue coming in. So they decide to drop it a little bit to try to create that space. But
Hey.
beyond that, hey everybody, the market's gonna get bad, so buckle down.
Buckle up, guys. And I'm going to tell you this. If your money is in a retirement account, you have probably 90 days to move that money, or it's going to be affected because the stock market is going to go to shit. It is. It's. Would you agree, Cliff? Is it going to take a pretty big hit, man?
I think to me it depends. I think we could see a decent drop, but I think this is what I think. We're gonna see a drop, but we're gonna see a massive recovery. That's what I think.
Yeah.
I think
I agree with that.
once we hit the 2%, I think maybe even 2.5 or 3% on the inflation rate, when they hit that first cut, everybody knows it's downhill from there. We all know. We just waiting. We're waiting for that first cut to say, hey, we're getting back to normal.
I agree with that. I think that's going to come probably right after the election in 2024. Right at the election.
I agree with that.
Because right now the current regulations that's in place and the fiscal policy in place, people are not confident at all. They're not confident. They're not. No. And that's okay. It is what it is. But man, that's all I realistically had, guys. Man, thank you so much for your time. I hope this was beneficial to you. It was get in, get out, guys. At the exact same time, guys. We hope this is beneficial to you. Dr. Harvey, Immaculate, everybody that's in the chat, guys. Thank you so much for your time. And you know how we end this thing before you leave. And while you can, don't get mad at me, Cliff, because we look better than you every time we come on screen. Except the finance is what you see. And take that damn picture for your mama now. Holla at your partners. Peace, guys.
God give thanks. Whoa. Bless God give thanks. Bless God give thanks. Whoa. Bless God give thanks. Whoa. Big God, big grace.